magsiset na pala ng limit, no? Minimum at maximum price limit ang DOE dito po sa petrolyo because of energy emergency. Your comment, sir?
Well, it's about time, no? Kasi ito yung matagal na nating hinihingi talaga. We recognize, no, parati ko sinasabi, people keep asking, is that are we better off in a regulated or in a deregulated oil industry? And I will always be insistent in saying that we are better off today than when we were highly regulated. So, step backward yan kapag babalik tayo doon. Pero, for a highly deregulated industry like what's happening today, kailangan may nare-retain pa rin tayong mga powers on the part of government, particularly pagdating sa oil price shocks na nangyayari. So, ang presumption kasi parati ng isang deregulated environment is, ibig sabihin deregulated, hindi nakikialam ang gobyerno, laissez-faire talaga. Ang presumption dyan, basic, is that for it to work, there has to be an existing real competition. So, nagagawa lang natin yan kapag mayroong data or may access ang gobyerno sa lahat ng data ng ating mga oil companies, which right now, hirap na hirap sila makakuha. So, yan ang isa sa mga tasks natin sa Congress in terms of pricing to prevent yung excessive profiteering is bibigyan talaga natin yung powers ng gobyerno para ma-access nila ang lahat ng data pagdating sa purchases ng oil companies.
Pero sir, ito pong pagsiset ng DOE ng minimum and maximum price limit sa petrolyo, ito po ay habang meron pa tayong energy emergency. Pero once na mawala ito, na ilang beses na rin naman po nating na-experience na paulit-ulit, tataas, babalik sa normal, tas tataas ulit, you think, sir, about time na muling ipag-aralan yung oil deregulation law?
Well, no, pag-aaralan talaga natin oil deregulation law in terms of the ability of ng government to be able to determine how they price their products. Right now, may mga mekanismo ang DOE na imbis na nakakatulong, nakaka-promote pa ng collusion ng ating mga oil companies. Ano yun? So, meron silang every Tuesday na period of adjustment na ginagawa nila every Tuesday by 10 in the morning. Pinagsasubmit nila lahat ng oil companies based on a fixed formula na ito ang kanilang mga magiging presyo lang based on a 2-week average, last week average. Ganyan pong nangyayari. Natingin namin ay counterproductive because parang paano magkukumpit kung ikaw mismo nagsasabi kung magkano magiging presyo nila. Diba? So, nagsasabay-sabay sila ng pagtaas ng kanilang presyo. Hindi nagkakaroon ng real competition. Eh, nung gamit ng deregulated environment, kung gobyerno mismo ang nagpre-prescribe ng kung kailan sila magdi-declare ng kanilang mga presyo. So, nagsusunuran lang sila. At wala talagang pagkalugi. So, kung titingnan ho ninyo, yung current formula that they are allowed to have is, it is the average of the they call it a delta, or kung saan nagtatagpo ang average price 2 weeks ago and then last week. Yan ang magiging presyo nila may di-declare for the following Tuesday. Okay. So sa akin, mali yun kasi sa LPG, monthly ang kanila. So sa LPG, ang nangyayari is, kung biglang bumaba ang presyo after nag-declare sila kung magkano sila for the month, ikinalulugi nila yun kasi sana pwede silang nag-profit doon. Or pag nagtataas, hindi rin sila makataas. Pero binabawi na lang nila yan over the next month. In short, may risk sharing, kumbaga may risk ang negosyante, hindi sa parating assured. With the current system, I don't want to complicate it, but with the current system, hindi talaga malulugi ang gas company. Lahat ng risks na sa atin, ang risk lang nila is the financing risk. Pero, sigurado namang mabibenta eh. So, these are just some of the things. So, ito, we will observe how the DOE will actually exercise itong pricing ceiling kasi it's actually never been done. So, we want to take a look at how it will be practiced.
Sir, yung sinasabi nyo na, oo nga, walang lugi yung mga oil companies every Tuesday. So ano yung dapat? I-pattern dun sa ginagawa ng LPG? Monthly na lang? Ano yung nakikita po ninyo na options?
Well, the real solution is wag magmamandate ng price adjustment. Ibig sabihin, ginawa kasi yan kasi request din yan ng mga transport groups. Natatakot yung mga transport groups sa biglang sumisirit yung presyo ng gasolina. So, pwede ba, sabi nila, pwede ba pang mag-adjust kayo once a week na lang? So, maganda naman yung hangarin eh. Pero in reality, ang nangyari is, hindi na nagkakaroon ng competition because they now adjust all at the same time at tinitingnan lang nila kung ano sila ng iba, gagayahin nila to the last centavo. Totoo yan ha. Tingnan niyo yung website ng DOE, pareho silang sinasabit ng presyo to the last centavo practically. Nagkakaiba-iba lang sa distansya kung mas malayo yung gas station, nasa Davao, nasa Samar, kung ano man, doon nagkakaroon ng konting diferensya. So, the best talaga is you let them fight it out. Maglaslasan sila ng kanilang presyo. So, let them cut their own throats. So that para makita natin kung ano yung tamang presyo. But at the same time, you need to be able to prevent yung collusion, yung pagsasabuatan. Right now, pag tinatanong ng DOE, paano mo ba na-price yan? Saan nanggaling ang presyo mo? Kasi may limit sila kung magkano pwede mong kitain eh. May limit eh. There has to be a limit. Yan lang ang kaya natin gawin. Pero hindi nila makompute yun appropriately dahil hindi mo naman nakikita yung buong formula. Parang katanungan ko lang dyan is, papaanong ang isang kumpanya na kayang mag-angkat ng pang 45, 50 days, barko-barko, napakalalaki, bakit ang presyo niya pareho lang sa isang maliit na gas company ang kayang iangkat ay pang 5 araw lang? So, there's something wrong. There's really something wrong. So, kinakailangan po natin yan ma-investigate at matingnan. At gusto natin ipasok yan dito sa Kalinga Bill ni Speaker at ni Majority Leader Sandro na to provide really an environment of competition.